Hey everyone, Roxabox90 here with another speculation video for Theros. So much in the way we just tackled Elspeth Ascended, this time we're going to focus on a picture from Reddit where they show a legendary land cycle that are 5 lands. So we have one for each color, which fits into the more monocolor focus. Since they're legendary, they are lands connected to the different gods. So we have I think it's the Metropolis of Heliod, the Metropolis, or the Blessed of Thassa, and etc., etc. So it's for each one for each color, which again ties into the monocolor focus. Immediately realize when you're looking at these that even the speculation for them, they are not the duels from that have been promised will be in Theros. These are not the duel cycle. A little while back, we were told that there will definitely be a dual land cycle connected to Theros. These are not them. So just understand that right off the bat. These are a separate land cycle, and they're here. That immediately is my first suspicion about these lands, is that they're going to have a dual land cycle. They could potentially have all 10 in one set, which would mean it'd be kind of awkward to have 5 legendaries. Not impossible, but unlikely. So that's already one concern or doubt of mine. But there are 5 lands, one for each color. They come into play untapped, but they're legendaries, so each player can have one, but only one at a time from that player. And they tap for one of the color. They don't hit play tapped. So they're technically better on the one hand than the basic lands, but on the other hand, they're not, because they're legendary, so you're limited in your play. And they each have an ability, a unique ability, same cost, same tap. So what are they? You have Meletis' Harbor and Meletis Setessa. Remember, there are 3 places, so of each a different one. And they tap for 5. One taps 5, draw a card. You can only do a sorcery. Tap 5, tap, return artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. 5 to search for a basic land, put to play tapped. 5 to return a legendary creature from a graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, exile at the next end step, or if it would leave the battlefield. And Akros, Arion. Okay, so already this is something new. If someone spoiled these and Arion is actually the red god, which we don't know because we've never seen the name Arion, pardon me, Arion spoiled before, but if Arion is spoiled at some point, or even the name released, then we know whoever is spoiling this has some insider information which would give more legitimacy to their claim. But we don't know it's Arion. So even though Arion is here, Arion presumably is the red god, we don't know for sure. Just saying that's out there. If it's actually put ahead of time before these lands are confirmed or not confirmed, then we'll know the person had insider information. So the 5 put a 3/1 red. So they all have a very varying power level. The Erebos touched is arguably the strongest and definitely connects to Commander. In fact, it's insane for Commander. There's really no drawback to it at all, besides for Legendary, which you're stuck within Commander anyway. And being able to return from a graveyard is unbelievably ridiculous. So this would be an insane Commander card. And it would probably be pretty good in a legendary-oriented set for Constructed. Setess also could be very good for ramping out. Obviously not initially, but if you ramp up pretty quickly, it can be a ramp on a stick all the time. Meletis, the Metropolis of Heliod, is also pretty good in that it gets you back to your hand. Again, enchantment-oriented, so it does connect to the set and the theme. The blue one seems rather weak. 5 to draw a card and tap a land seems really weak, as is the red one. Getting a 3/1 haste for 5. Those two seem very weak compared to the other 3. So that already the balance level makes it very weird to me why they would have some so much more powerful than others and so much more useful than others. Then we have, you go back here, you see the different arts. Art's a big deal because though we know that the legendary cycle has a possibility of being real, just because Wizards said that it will allow Wizards, the change to the Legends rule will allow Wizards to make legendary lands again, something they haven't really done since Kamigawa, and there's good reason to it. They'll now be able to do it. So Wizards themselves have said that they could very well make the legendary lands, which is another justification that yes, these could be very well real, or that we could have a legendary land cycle. Whether it be in this set or a different set, we don't know. But the bigger issue, I think, is this. Look at the different arts. You have 3 different arts for the different, so far, for the places. These have already been spoiled for the different city places. these have already been spoiled and shown as art. They're technically concept art. So to me, it would be very strange to see these sort of very concept art, not very detailed lands art be the same ones you see here. In fact, the green, you just basically divided the art in half between the green and the black, and they did the same with the blue and the white. So that's very strange that Wizards would have this. This is really awkwardly placed facing away from the person, from the viewer, and having it here, this one looks a little more realistic, but this seems really awkward. It's like they just cut the art in half because they knew it wouldn't fit on one card and put it onto two separate cards. So that's the biggest flag for me off the bat, is even though I like the cycle, I think it's kind of a cool idea, the fact that we have a really broken power level. There's also, I think, reading the black one, it says a graveyard, I think that's just way more powerful. That if it was your graveyard, then it would still be great, but it would not be nearly as powerful as it would be. But that would make the black, if it's a graveyard, it would make the black the most powerful of these lands. What's also weird is if you notice, the black doesn't say, graveyard to the battlefield under your control, which is something I think it would say, but it doesn't. So the wording's a little weird. The black is by far the strongest at this point, significantly more strong, and 3 of them are much more powerful than 2 of them. The balance level is really off, the art is really weird, and the wording is weird, and it's so much more powerful. I mean, it's just, I want these to be real, or I want something like these, but I think that these are just clever fakes. So far, the text is pretty good. The wordings are correct. Having the sorcery ability on the blue one, kind of like Birthing Pod, that works. So they tie pretty closely, but I'm not convinced. I'm pretty sure these are fake, in my opinion. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts about these lands below in the comments section as well. Check out my channel sponsors in the description of the video. And as always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.